Choosing classes is a huge undertaking for college students. Most of the time, this will determine how your semester shapes up. Choosing the right classes can also be crucial for opening up opportunities related to your major and simply for enjoying your time in college. There are so many classes to choose from across almost all majors and so many different requirements to meet for the different majors, colleges, and programs. Fortunately, there are a lot of resources to help make this process easier. Unfortunately, they can be difficult to find and harder to navigate. Hopefully, this video will help make the whole process a lot easier. The first step in choosing classes is to narrow down your options. You don't need to have your major set in stone, but you should know what fields of study you're interested in. You can begin by exploring introductory courses and fulfilling your college requirements. To find out what you need to complete, you can run an APAS, a service provided by One Stop that, quote, lists your degree requirements, summarizes your progress, and explains what you will need to do to complete your undergraduate degree program. End quote. I also recommend the tool Grad Planner, which allows you to choose prospective majors and minors and fill out possible future schedules, with Grad Planner flagging up any requirements that your planned schedule might not meet. While these tools are great for finding out what's missing from your schedules, they don't help you much with figuring out how to fill them. For this, it's best to start with major catalogs, which can be accessed on the web pages of each major and minor. These will outline the requirements for their respective degrees, giving you a good understanding of the core classes and the options available for elective courses. Also, be sure to reach out to advisors with any questions about your classes and requirements. You can also search for classes on Schedule Builder, an incredibly useful tool that helps you look through all the classes being offered in the next semester and generates potential schedules based on your selections. You can search by major with the subject codes, but you can also search based on a whole range of criteria, from instructor to location to keywords. Schedule Builder is especially helpful for students in the College of Liberal Arts, as it can be used to search for LibEd requirement courses. Once you find a class that interests you, Schedule Builder will show the class's availability, location, instructor, description, meeting times, and credit loads. To build schedules, simply add the course, click Require if you need it to be in your schedule, or Prefer if you're alright with another one of your classes replacing it. Once you've selected all the classes that you'd consider taking in the upcoming semester, you can go to Built Schedules, where Schedule Builder will provide the 15 best options. You can save these by clicking here and can save as many schedules as you would like. But, of course, you might want more information about a class than a quick blurb. This is where resources that aren't provided by the university are incredibly helpful. If you want to know whether other students enjoyed a class, I would recommend reaching out to upperclassmen within your major. But for incoming students, this sort of information can be hard to come by. Your best bet is probably Rate My Professor, which is honestly useful all the way through to graduation. This website allows students to place anonymous reviews for their professors. Take these with a slight grain of salt, of course, but generally they're a very useful way to dodge instructors who will make your academic life a living hell, or to find gems who will make you feel inspired to pursue their exact field of study. It's also a useful way to gauge how heavy of a workload each class will have, which is very useful in balancing your schedule and keeping yourself from getting burned out. Another great resource for scouting out classes is Gopher Grades, a project funded by the CLA Student Board that allows you to view data from the past 5 years and gauge the difficulty of any class that has been provided in that time. This shows the grade distribution for each class, providing the average grade and the most common score, and even breaks things down by professor. While you may end up forced into a couple poorly run classes, these tools should help you steer clear of them when you have the chance. So, now that you've judged your classes and arranged them into a schedule, you've just got to register. Academic advisors help incoming students through this process, so I'll go over it quickly. In Schedule Builder, you can click on your preferred schedule and select Send to Shopping Cart. As the website goes to great lengths to remind you, this is not the same as registering. That process is done on My U on the Registration tab, and once you get to that point, it's quite simple. One thing to be careful of is the fact that some classes are restricted to certain majors or require certain prerequisites. Be sure that you match the criteria, otherwise you won't be able to register for a class. If you're trying to take a class for a major but haven't declared yet, there's a chance you'll be allowed to take it. Simply send an email to the major's advisor and ask for a permission code, which you will then enter here during the registration process. Be sure to do that before registration opens, though, otherwise the class may be filled before you receive your code. And that's all. Class registration is always a little bit of a nightmare, a three-dimensional, 1,000-piece jigsaw puzzle where the stakes are your academic future and the rules are unclear, but it's also something that can be made much less stressful. I hope this video begins to do just that. Links to the resources mentioned are in the description, and please don't hesitate to comment with any further questions. Until next time, have a wonderful day.